Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. Today I'm going to be officially setting up one of my binders so I can start fully collecting for Stray Kids' Bangchan. I'll also go through how I like to set up my binders. I'll go over things like deciding what to fully collect, template, fillers, and how I set up for a 9-pocket page. So let's get started. I'm just going to be sleeving while we chat. I'm using the Titan Shield sleeves. Okay, so first things first, you want to decide what you want to fully collect in terms of photo cards, and this will really depend on how many members you want to collect. What's your budget looking like? Are you collecting Korean album photo cards, or are you also wanting to fully collect exclusives, Japan album photo cards, etc.? Nowadays, especially, collections can be so individualized and can look so different person to person, which I think is amazing. And one of the great things about photo card collecting, I really love looking at other people's collections because they can look so different from like binder to binder, collector to collector. But for me, and I think a lot of other collectors, it's usually Korean album photo cards. Those are usually typically the most accessible. If you're buying them off sellers or sites like Mercari or Pokemarket, they are typically less expensive in terms of like Korean album photo cards. Of course, there are exceptions to this. I'm looking at you. Let me see if I do have it. I am looking at you, Chan, like double-sided Karma Chan. I pulled him, luckily, on one of the Karma album unboxings, and it was like the first album I was unboxing, so that, I was just lucky with that. But yeah, going back to like who you want to collect, is it one member? Is it two? Is it the whole group? I do suggest if you are starting out to just start out with one member and go from there. With my Mingi and my Yuno collections for ATs, and also my Yeonjun collection for TXT, I am only fully collecting their Korean album photo cards. And like even within that, there's like this asterisk. There are a few photo cards within that I've decided not to collect. Like for example, with ATs, I don't collect their vinyl album photo cards, even though technically this is part of their Korean albums collection. I've also decided not to collect their Treasure anniversary photo cards. And for Yeonjun, for example, I'm not going to collect the cushion version for their 7th year album, for example. And like even then, maybe within that, you may decide like I want to collect full Korean album photo cards for one comeback, but not the next, because you really like the look of the photo cards and the styling for one of the comebacks, but you know, maybe not the previous ones or the next ones. I know a lot of people who do collect ATs, but because there's so many Polka albums, they don't collect the Polka album photo cards, which is totally understandable. So anyway, now that you've decided who and what you want to collect, it's time to look up photo card templates. Pinterest is a good place for that. Same with Instagram, but I actually prefer going on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, to find photo card templates. I will type in the member group name, the album name, and the photo card template and see what pops up. I'll even also try searching for like group name, member name, and like Korean album photo cards. So for setting up my Bangchan collection, I am using this template right here. I'm going to put them on the screen. I did download this template like a bit ago, so it is missing do it and this and that, but that's okay. I found templates for those as well on Twitter. Considering that at this point there are well over 100 photo cards for Chan, I don't have a lot of his photo cards. You can see it's kind of a small pile, which in one way can feel a bit overwhelming just seeing how many cards I need to collect, but also I'm of the mindset that I'm not in a huge rush, but setting up a binder to collect will, I think, incentivize me to focus on him more, especially since I'm not doing too bad with like my other full collections. It just got quite dark outside because it's about to, I think, thunderstorm, so hopefully the lighting is all right. But anyway, let's just say you've decided who and what you want to collect. You found templates. Now let's talk about fillers, and you can make these custom fillers if you want. You can get them printed and all of that. You can design them on Canva. You can get blank cards or even just cut out pieces of paper and put a small post-it note. Do it that way. I've done it all those different types of ways, and for my Chan collection, I have these blank business-sized cards that I got for pretty cheap off Amazon. They came in a pack of like 100 to 200. You can see for my Yeonjun TXT collection, I wrote out the missing pieces on washi tape, but I had a bunch of post-it notes, so I decided to use that for my Chan collection. In particular, I found that sometimes the washi tape, I don't know, it takes up too much time. You're like tearing the washi tape and all of that. This one was pretty easy just to put a post-it note on it. So I like to go latest album release first and then go back. Sometimes if there are enough photo cards, like with say 8 or Hop, Karma, Do It, it usually will work out to about 8 or 9 photo cards per album comeback. So I was able to do like 1 page per era, but as you go back further, when there are less photo cards with the earlier albums, I've then combined the albums. So you can see here I've combined like Mixtape and I Am Who, I've combined like Miro with I Am You, etc. And I can't remember where exactly I got these glitter photo card sleeves. I think off Temu, but I like to use these also as page fillers. You'll see what I mean as I start to put the cards in. Like I try to do all in 1 page, or like at least 8 in 1 page, but sometimes that does not add up or work out. So you'll see here I'll put in like a little glitter photo sleeve in the center. Sometimes I do have to put like 2. I try not to put more than 2 because at that point I feel like it's wasting some, but you'll see here I did have to put kind of 3 for it to kind of work out and add up for all of the albums. Okay, so following the template, I know all of the Korean album photo cards I already have on hand. Now we're just going to work back to the oldest photo card that I have, which is only 1 Christmas Evil card at this point. Like as you can see, I do not have very many Chan picks from Stray Kids' older albums. Pretty much like we're going all the way up to Christmas Evil before I even put a photo card in. Okay, so yes, we're starting out with this Christmas Evil photo card. And then we have this Ordinary card here that'll go right next to it. And then we're already into Maxident. So I'll just put that here. I have a few Maxident cards. And then we're already then into 5-star. Okay, and then we have another 5-star. Okay, and now we're into Rockstar, which, was it Rockstar or 5-star that I started listening to Stray Kids? I think it was 5-star. It was S-Class. S-Class was 5-star, right? I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, I do have quite a bit of Rockstar photo cards. Okay, now we're into 8. Let's have this. I just have this 1 8 photo card for now. I think this is his like digipack or the accordion. Then I do have a few, but afterwards I have several for Hop. So I have this one. Just trying to make sure I filled out all of the photo cards slots. There's this one. Okay, and now we have the Karma one. We have the double-sided Chan for Karma. And then, yeah, so, and then I just have these 2. So I still need to have Do It, and we also have Set Up for This and That. So for This and That, I did 9. I think there is a little bit more album photo cards, but yeah, I just did the different versions, the ID card, there's a pre-order, the lenticular, the fans version. I think that covers most of it. So that's all I'm doing for This and That. And yeah, so that's all of the Korean album photo cards. So I do have, we'll go back. So after the Korean album photo cards, I like to then put in all of the non-Korean album photo cards. You can kind of see here, there's the member sets that I have, and then there's of course the other members, which I can flip through later. But after the Korean album photo cards, I then like to separately put in everything else that I might have for that member. So pobs, Japanese photo cards, merch, PCs, any sort of stay like photo cards or anything like that. So yeah, so we put that here. So right now I have a couple of, this is an 8 pob. Don't really have, this one I'm kind of like a little bit loosey-goosey with how I organize these. So we have some hop. I might even just like do that, like do a little bit of a different order afterwards, but I think I have a lot of hop. For some reason, that era, I just joined a bunch of group orders for Chan. Like, I think any Chan collectors will know how difficult it is. At least for me, I've found that it's quite difficult to collect Chan because he just gets snatched up quite quickly in group orders. So for some reason during hop, I was like, ooh, I am finding it not as bad to get Chan. So I don't know, I just kind of ran with it and decided to just like order more than I usually would for hop. I guess maybe because I thought the opportunity wouldn't come around again. So this one, Skiz Mini World. So this is for their Seasons of Greetings a couple years ago. Then we have a 5-star Pob. And then this is, I think, their Daikon. No, this is the Season's Greeting. This is also their, oh yeah, their Pacific. I do have a Season's Greeting in there, I think. Or a Daikon, I mean. This is also Christmas with Stay. This one, I think, is, yeah, a Rockstar Pob. This one is like a Stray Kids Magic School. Yeah, the Magic School. This is their Daikon right here. Okay. Then actually, what did I do? Let me see here. Should be using up all of these. Let's put this here for now. Okay. That should be all of the non-Korean album photo cards that I have for Chan. And like I mentioned here, I've just got the 2 sets. I've got a Karma set and then a hop set right there. Then I have just the other members that we can do a quick flip through. I don't, as you can see, have enough Chan or Stray Kids at this point to warrant their own album. So I am keeping all the boys together and then I'm keeping them with TXT for now. Maybe down the line, like maybe next year, I've been debating whether I want to start collecting Sungmin because he is my wrecker in Skiz, but again, I don't want to take on too much too fast. So I think, you know, next year will be, I think, the year for Sungmin because I do have a lot of his photo cards coming in actually over the next few months, again, from like different sellers, different group orders. And yeah, I would, again, like to start collecting him more as well. All right, everyone, that is it for today's video. If you have any questions about setting up K-pop binders, let me know in the comments. I'll try to answer. Also, please let me know how you set up your binders for collections. What do you collect? Who do you collect? I really want to know, especially if you're like a completionist collector, because I applaud you with all of the pobs and all of like the different types of collections that you can have when you're a completionist collector. It's a lot, but it's really cool to see. Anyway, that's it for today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!